You know what the time is? It is Agenda O'Clock, a show where we discuss gender issues ranging from economic, political, religion, education, and so on your favorite station, Captain TV, reaching you from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am your lovely host, Confidence Reuben.
Hello, this is Agenda, and I am Beatrice Okunbaloye. Welcome to Agenda Show.
Welcome back, esteemed viewers. If you're just joining us, well, you haven't missed anything because the show just started. Today on the Agenda Show, we will be discussing a vital topic that has to do with the girl child. Multiple challenges, successes to maximizing her potential in Nigeria. We will be analyzing what are these challenges that hinders the girl child from maximizing her potential in Nigeria, and what are the ways these potentials can be maximized despite these challenges. Before we move further, let's give you an insight on what the topic entails. In Nigeria, the girl child stands at the intersection of hope and hardship. Despite notable progress in recent decades, she continues to face a myriad of challenges that hinders her ability to fully realize her potentials. Deep-rooted cultural norms, gender-based violence, early marriage, and limited access to quality education are among the most persistent barriers. Now, in many rural communities, traditional beliefs still prioritize the education of boys over girls, leading to high dropout rates among girls, especially during adolescence. However, the narrative is not without its bright spot. Nigeria has seen an increase in female enrollment in schools, especially in urban areas, due to sustained advocacy, policy interventions, and international support. Today we'll be discussing how a Nigerian girl child can maximize her potentials despite some of these challenges I have mentioned so far. Now we'll be discussing this topic with our amiable guest who just joined us in the studio. She is a passionate leader and an accomplished author. She goes by the name Adaji Mary. Hello, Adaji Mary.
Thank you, Confidence. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to have you once again in the show.
Yeah.
You know, the last time we told you we were not done tapping from your wisdom. So this is season 2. Yeah,
That's right.
You're welcome.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much. I'm grateful.
Yes, so like I mentioned earlier, we'll be discussing about the girl child, Nigerian girl child. You know, the challenges faced by this gender, our gender. Thank God we are all females here. And then what are the ways these challenges can be surpassed, and also how Nigerian girl child can maximize her potential in the country. Before, let's start with this now. What do you see as the biggest challenges that hinders a girl child, a Nigerian girl child, from maximizing her potentials in Nigeria? And how can these challenges be surpassed?
All right. Thank you very much for that question. It's good to be back here on Captain TV, and it's an amazing one. Yeah. Well, one of the biggest challenge I have seen a lot of girls, women in general, face. In fact, aside the mindset of poverty, yes, aside the mindset of poverty that haunts every other person, both the male and the female, coming down to the female, I think one of the biggest challenge that haunts them is the issue of early marriage. Yeah, early marriage, their beauty, and what they think someone can offer to them. Yes, this has really affected a lot of girls. Because to me, when I see girls, when I see women who really want to depend on people for their survival, I see it as a kind of a burden upon whoever wants to support them or stuff like that. As a lady, as a woman, you can build yourself. So one of the biggest challenge is this challenge of early marriage, because you are in a family now. Maybe you people are like 5 girls in the house. And you as a first child, maybe you're already clocking 27, 28, 29, 30. Your parents start disturbing you. Okay, we know that, yes, marriage is good and all that. Or maybe even as a girl child, you see some people at the age of 20, 21, their parents are already saying, oh, especially the mom.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, the mom. Especially the mom now start putting pressure on the lady, or the family start putting pressure on the lady. You have to get married, you have to do this, you have to do that, so that you can, they want to listen to what people have to say.
Yeah, what
society will say about them, and how they feel it can affect their family's name. Do you understand? And the second one I spoke about earlier is their beauty. Many ladies feel that you're beautiful. Oh yes, I know I am beautiful. You're beautiful. She's beautiful, right? Every other person is beautiful. But there are some ladies who feel their beauty can get them whatever they want. Yes, that is one of the basic challenge a lot of girls are facing today, and they don't want to do anything for themselves. You feel you're beautiful, you can go anywhere. And do you know something? Your beauty alone, you feel your beauty can attract things. Do you know the only thing it can attract? It can attract only men who feel they can maybe have a time with you, and that's all. I don't know if you understand. Have a time with you, and that's all. And they give you money, and that's all. And again, I talked about the third one, depending on people or the people they know. People can disappoint you at any time. As a lady, as a woman, anybody can disappoint you at any time. So if you feel maybe you have someone in politics that could help you, or that can help you, that can do something for you, or you have someone who is in maybe a top official in the country that has a lot of things to contribute to your life, yes, it's fine, but it's good. But what are they receiving in return from you? So that is why, as a lady, one thing you have to do to overcome this biggest challenge you're facing: create value for yourself. Create value for yourself. Know what you can use your hand to do. There are a lot of ways you can make money. Even your family will begin to see you as a star in their midst. Because do you know it's idleness that makes a lot of family push their daughters to early marriages?
Idleness of the girl child.
Yes, idleness of the girl child. You don't have to say, because I'm a girl, I can't achieve this. We've seen ladies in politics. We've seen ladies in doing business. We've seen ladies doing a whole lot of things. We've seen ladies doing going into education, and they are coming out so well. We've seen ladies engage in things that men do. I'm not advocating that what men should do, women should start doing like that. No, I'm not advocating for that. Men have their own parts that they can actually be the king, be the lord over. But I'm saying there are things that you feel is meant for the other gender that you can also do to make a life for yourself, so that you don't fall victim of these challenges we are facing today amongst the girl child.
You mentioned I think this early marriage it has to do with like 2 stages. Now the early marriage here I want us to talk about has to do with, you know, when you go back to the rural areas in some northern parts of Nigeria, where some girls at the age of 8, 9, 10 are being given out to men of 40, 50s, you know, as wives. That is the challenge I want us to like talk about. What are the ways these challenges can be surpassed? Because even despite the should I say the education, our exposure and all that, technology and all that, there are still some areas that practices this act of giving out kids, you know, giving them their hands in marriage at a tender age. And it affects this girl child, because by the time this girl child grows up, she finds it difficult to maximize whatever potential that is left in her, because at the tender age, she has already been given out, you know,
and betrothed
someone. So how can this, and this is a basic challenge. So these days, some of us we overlook it because it is no longer rampant. But there are some places that they're still practicing this act. So how can this be addressed?
Okay, talking about communities like that, or talking about societies that still practice this, I feel NGOs, the government, should come into play in this, because they have to maybe be a certain rules or regulation, because even in the next 20 years, if rules and regulations are not set to curb these menace, or if someone is not set as a scapegoat for others to learn, even in the next generation, it will still happen. It will still continue. So one thing I feel it's one of the basic strategy to put in place is to ensure that NGOs, governments, in fact, which is the basic body of this nation called Nigeria, and even the world at large, should put a ban
Okay.
Yes, if there is a ban on it, just like I said, if there is no ban on it, even in the next 20 years, you can't even locate communities that are into this, and you can't even stop it. So if there is a ban, and maybe someone is caught in the process of doing that still, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 people, the media can carry it and everything. Before you know.
I think the issue of ban, it's something that cannot be eradicated fully.
Okay.
Because they've tried to maximize it, or minimize it rather. They make sure that you must be 18 and above before you get married. So in those rural areas that it happens, you are betrothed. For example, they'll tell you when you are 18, you will get married to this person, but already you know that you're married. But you won't fully go into that marriage till you are 18. Before, immediately you start your first period, they will ask you, your period will meet in your husband's house. Wow. Before, but now that because it's a cultural value in those places.
Exactly,
it's part of their culture. So there's no how they can cancel the traditions. So they can just limit it to 18. But you will be betrothed. They will pay your bride price, do everything. You might still be in your family's house, you must still be in your father's house. But when you are 18, you're going to your husband's house. So the issue of that ban can be a bit spectacle. But this, but the aspect that me I'm thinking towards is the aspect of those danger that comes with early marriage. It brings them health risks. Domestic violence, even economic dependency, because someone 18 years old girl can't work. What can you do by that time? Maybe some of them might just finish secondary school.
Before you even get to the age of 18, you're already giving birth. Exactly.
Let's say even those educated ones, they do it. It's not only in rural. They do it sometimes for political reason, for economic reason, poverty. So they do it.
Some call it contract.
Yes.
Marriage.
So exactly. So it's not even, sometimes it's not only about those rural side.
So I think much advocacy should be done, not just by NGOs, even we individuals. We keep talking about it, keep laying emphasis on it to see how the message can go around. I'm talking about the federal government's doing one or two. The federal government cannot be everywhere. That's why we have the local government. We have the local authorities, the chief or the local government council and all that. So even the religious body, we all have a role to play, because this early marriage is a basic challenge, that's affecting the girl child in Nigeria. Beatrice, take us to the next question.
Okay, so how does gender-based violence impact the girl child in Nigeria, and what can it be done to prevent that? Gender-based violence that especially ladies, they are very exposed to any form of violence. And this thing is very common in our society.
Very common.
Yes, those people that experience violence a lot are the girl child. So how does this gender-based violence how does it have impacts in the girl child? Because I know you have so many negative impacts in the girl child, and how can it be prevented?
Okay, this gender violence you're talking about, it has caused a lot of harms, or it has caused a lot of harm than good in the life of a girl child. Because one way, I think one of the effects it has caused in the life of girls, most especially, is trauma. And trauma can lead to depression. Depression can be suicidal. Yes, because let me take myself for example. Maybe I'm that girl child who went through hell, and at the end of the day, they pushed me to my husband's house. And maybe the person I even got married to, maybe at the age of 15, they pushed me to my husband's house, and I got married to that man, and I don't even love the man. And maybe the man is maybe 15, 20 years older than I am. So that trauma will be there, number one, because you are not the man's mate.
Exactly.
First of all, you are not even the man's mate. And from there you begin to feel, I have to respect this person. It feels like this person is my father. I have to respect him. I have to do this. I'm not talking about respect. Yes, it's good for a woman to respect a man, but I'm talking about this kind of respect of a small child.
That comes with fear.
Yes, causes fear in them. At the end of the day, they become traumatized. They become depressed. And if they don't have anybody they can talk to at that point, the next thing they are thinking of, and again, maybe when they start giving birth, you know, there's something they call postpartum in women, that if you don't have people to care for you after you've given birth, you can likely fall into depression, and that depression is very, very bad for women. Yes, I'm a medical personnel, so I've really studied about that. It is really, really bad that you need somebody to be encouraging you all the time. So as these young girls go into marriages like this, and at the end of the day fall into this kind of depression, the next thing they'll be thinking, nobody loves me. Yes, nobody loves me. I'm just here to just they are the ones to benefit from me. I don't even benefit anything from them. At the end of the day, that's all about them. Some of them at the end is either they run away from their husband's house. Yes, because if I am in that person's shoe, why will I stay there facing that kind of thing? I will run away.
Well, some people, if they don't have where to run to, they just keep enduring.
Yes, in pains,
sometimes
in pains like
suicide.
that.
And sometimes you hear, what will the society say? They keep enduring.
Yeah,
keep
social stigma. Very, very.
Like that, and at the end of the day, they become a shadow of themselves. So it is very, very, it's very, very bad, and it has caused a lot of problem for ladies or for women. In fact, even in our modern days today, we have families who still maltreat girls. Or we have uncles and aunties who takes or who goes to the village and take a small girl. Let's leave the boy aspect aside now. Takes a small girl, brings to the city. And when the person brings the woman or the man brings the girl to the city, from there they start maltreating the child, treating the child anyhow. Sometimes they even go to the extent of saying that girl is a witch.
Yeah. Any little thing that happens.
The girl is a witch. So we've listened to programs like that where a lot of uncles and aunties have accused some little girls like that they are witches and wizards. They don't give them food, they maltreat them and all that. So I feel one of the ways to ensure that we eradicate this particular issue of gender-based violence is just like you say, we have to keep advocating. We have to keep advocating, and there should be a policy. I'm still reiterating on this policy
of it.
Because if there's a policy and we use one person as a scapegoat to others, they will likely not do the same. And even if they do the same, I feel we ourselves, being an advocate, we should go into societies, we should go into communities, we should go into rural areas, even the urban areas that take house help and all that for whatever they do for their own selfish reason. We should go there and tell them, please, if anything is happening, speak up. We should talk to their neighbors. We should talk to neighbors. Please be your sister's keeper. Anything that happens to you, love your neighbor as yourself. So if you see a child passing through this kind of thing, please run to the nearest place and report to them. I think I went for a particular outreach then at Gwarimpa in Abuja. I think around that Charlie Boy axis, there is a foundation there. So there is this particular lady who was, I think she was about 15 years old. Yes. So her auntie, I don't know whether it was her auntie or a woman, I went there to do the outreach because that day we were celebrating Children's Day. So you see children that were abandoned. In fact, girls were the total number of people that rounded up the population there. Wow. So there was this lady, she was about 15 years old. She said her aunt came to the village and told them that she had to follow her to I don't know, outside the country. They want to take her outside the country. And she knows how to braid hair so well. She's very good. Like, she has that handwork. Her mom trained her, but her dad died when she was growing up. So you see, when I met her, she was telling me the story that when the auntie came, that he was going to take her to, I don't know whether it was Italy or what country. I can't really recall the country. And she's a writer. She writes books, but she has not published any. The auntie said she was going to help her grow, help her become whoever she wants to become. So when they were about going, that was when NAPTIP rescued the girl from the auntie, because they now discovered that her reasons were not genuine for taking her outside the country, and they brought her back to that particular building here in Gwarimpa. So that was how we were able to coach her. I spoke to her. She was like, yes, that these are the things happening around her, that she just wanted to give her mom a good life. You understand? She just wanted to give her mom a good life. That was why she decided to follow the woman to the place they were going to. But when they discovered it, they arrested the woman and the girl was set free. So I was able to talk to the girl. I was able to caution her. In fact, before the girl went to her house, NAPTIP helped her, and that particular foundation helped her published a copy, published one book that she has written, and it's actually a novel, and the girl is so brilliant, and she braids hair. So that was how they were able to support her. So if there are ways we can put strategies on ground like this, we'll be able to fish out those people who are ready to destroy the lives of these young girls and not allowing them to make it in the future.
You know, one thing with our country, it is one thing for you to formulate a policy. It's another thing for these policies to be implemented.
Exactly.
Without, being sentimental or being, biased about the implementation. But let's just hope for the best. Now we've discussed about these challenges that hinders the Nigerian girl child from maximizing her potentials, which ranges from gender-based violence, poverty, and all of that. Now let's talk about the role. What role does education play in helping the girl child reach her full potentials in Nigeria?
Education. I love education so much. I really, really love education. And as a girl child, I went to school. I graduated. Yes, I graduated with a first class in school. Wow. So I'm really advocating, not just for the guy now. If you're a girl child, let me just say this before I come to your question. If you're a girl child out there and you're watching me right now, just know that there is nothing that can stop your limit. There is nothing that can stop you from achieving anything. There is nothing out there that can stop you from achieving anything. So education is very, very important because, number one, it will help them come into awareness.
That's true.
Yes, of who they truly are for themselves. And it will help them come into awareness that marriage is not the only thing that is left for them. Because in the olden days, they normally say when you go to school, you end up in the kitchen. Are we in the kitchen currently?
No,
we are not in the kitchen. So we are here right now talking about this, advocating for the girl child out there. So we are here, we are advocating for the girl child out there. But now it is even better, because if a girl child go to school now, we don't hear stuff like, oh, you will end up in the kitchen again. But how far can you go?
That's true. Okay.
That's the question now. So they don't really say you will end up in the kitchen as a girl child again, but the question now is how far can you go? So education is very, very important because it will create awareness in them. It will help them see reasons why, if anybody is coming to give them any advice that is against their progress in life, they will see to it. They will see that, oh yes, this thing this person is telling me is not right. I have to follow what is right for my life and for my destiny. And we need to also talk to parents. Yes, parents, guardians that have these girl childs in their house at the age of 10, 20. In fact, at any age, in as much as that person is a girl child under your roof, look for a way you talk to that person calmly. You tell that person that, okay, even if there is no money, you can even encourage the girl child, okay, please, let's sell this thing. So that you can afford money for your school. Nobody wants evil thing to happen to anybody. But if you are a bad person and you want evil thing to happen to your to another person, that is when the problem comes in. But if as a parent you don't have the money to train a child in school, and you feel that person is a girl child, what's the need of training a girl child? And at the end of the day, a man will come and marry the girl off, and the girl will give birth, and that is all. No, it's not done that way. So we should look for a way, get them inclined into business. That's why I first of all spoke about value. It does not matter, even if you sell pure water as a girl, in as much as you are making money just to go to school, education is very, very important. Forget about people saying education as scam. Yeah. Education as scam. It is not a scam. Oh.
Some people, they feel education is not giving them money, you know, to get it true.
No, it's what you learn that you were using one way or the other. There are different forms of education.
Exactly.
So one way or the other, you are picking from the education.
Yes.
A training, a skills is another form of education.
Yes.
So
education is not a scam at all. Anybody that tells you education is a scam, run away. There's the one popular artist that sang school na scam, but he's a graduate and he's even a first class graduate.
I'm thinking himself is a scam.
Yes. So you understand, don't let anybody deceive you as a girl child. Yes. And one thing I also want to beg our NGOs, because NGOs has a lot to play in raising girl child, especially NGOs that is focusing on the girl child. Even if can come together, any money, any grants they are having, or anything that they are giving them to support their foundation, try and build a school. Even if they are to just pay for registration and the rest is free of charge for them. Like most of the times when I travel on the road and I see a lot of children hawking on the streets, let me say, hawking on the streets, either a boy or a girl. In fact, I start crying. Not the one I feel I'm not supposed to have pity on, because everybody are supposed to have pity on them when they are less privileged and all that. But there are this kind of people that this kind of children that when you see them on the road, there's this compassion you will just have in your heart. I don't know, that's the kind of compassion I have in my heart. If I see any child, the last time I was traveling from Nasarawa State to Abuja, the vehicle I boarded, there was this young girl, very young girl, beautiful. She sells pure water, and she was supposed to be in school.
Wow.
Then she came to the window where I was staying. She was like, please buy pure water from me. I was like, I don't need pure water for anything. I don't need pure water for anything. Then that was how she like, you could feel the pity. So when she was leaving, I just called her. I said, please come. Just take this 500. Give me one pure water. Just be going. She was very, very happy. In fact, you will be surprised that 500 is what covers the whole water that she carried. So please and please, NGOs, we can do more. The government, we can do more. Even we as individuals, if you have the capacity, support people, support parents who cannot even cater for those girl child that they have, and parents too. Know the limit of children you give birth to.
Okay.
Yes,
Family planning.
Family planning, very important.
Know the limit of children you give birth to. Maybe you give birth to 5 girls. You want a boy child. And then at the end of the day, you end up still giving birth to a girl instead of a boy, and you keep giving birth, and you don't have the capacity to train them.
That's true. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you start sending them to various places to go and stay with their aunts, stay with their uncles, and they get molested.
That's why when you look at the street, you see more martyrs on the streets. I mean, it's not nice. All right, let's quickly go on a short break, and when we come back, the show continues. Stay with us.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Ungendered, and we have been talking about the girl child, maximizing the potentials and also challenges that the girl child faces. If you're just joining us, you haven't missed so much, but you just missed just a little. But let's continue. Okay, so let's pick it up from that aspect of education too, but this time around, what role did you think mentorship and skills acquisitions and training play in a girl child, especially in Nigeria?
Skill acquisition. Without skill acquisition, as a woman, generally, you can't even survive.
Okay. Outside our certificate.
Outside your certificate.
Exactly.
Like getting your educational certificate or stuff.
Yeah.
Outside that, if you don't have skill acquisition, you cannot succeed. Either digital skill, just name the type of skills we have.
Hand skills,
Yes.
handcraft skills, any skills.
So skills play a whole lot of role in the life of a girl child. Okay. So that is why me, you, I, any other person around who is an advocate for the girl child should ensure, even if we don't have the money, to go into those communities, to take them to schools, to educate them, to get them educated. I think skill is one thing that can help them grow. Because if I have a skill, or maybe I'm a fashion designer or a tailor generally, as people do call it, if I put my machine here, it's only with time I would grow. Because the more I keep sewing, the more I keep thinking of styles I want to invent, the more I keep thinking of ways I want to impact people around me.
Exactly.
Yes, the more I keep doing all of that. If it's catering, the more I keep producing all these little things, and I sell and make money.
Yeah.
And I sell and even train myself, train my younger ones in school, do a whole lot of things. Skill acquisition is very, very important. Even if it's a digital skill you have as a girl child. What I plan to do in the future, maybe I should just say it on air, is a time is going to come where I'm going to have a school. Yes, school, not because the school I want to collect money from children. That school is going to be basically dedicated to people who cannot afford their school fees.
Okay.
Yes, their education and stuff.
Just like giving a free scholarship.
Yes, more like a scholarship something.
Okay.
I'm going to dedicate that to just those people who cannot afford it, and most especially the girl child. In fact, I have a platform currently that we are just the girls, like the women in that platform. There is no other guy, there is nobody. I don't teach anybody feminism and stuff. Yes, I only teach you how to grow yourself. Like the mentorship platform you're talking about now. I only teach you how to grow yourself, how to create value for yourself, and how to do all of this. And I didn't just get here today.
Yeah, you said
there are other people that held my hands to the point at which I am today, and there are still some people that will hold my hands to the point I am going to tomorrow. So mentorship and maybe mentorship, guidance, and all this can come into play. Maybe we can become mentors. We can look for, go into communities. There's a community I know of, Kabusa. There's a community here in Abuja called Kabusa. When you go there, you see a lot of young women, young girls getting pregnant out of
early marriage.
Wedlock. It's not even early marriage.
Poverty is
thank you. Poverty is the basic thing. Yeah. So they get pregnant out of wedlock. And these are girl childs. You see them at the age of 14, 15, 16, 14, 15, 16, went for an outreach and stuff like that. So you see them like that, tiny everywhere. Now, the reason that led them to getting into that, it may not be their fault per se. Maybe someone has promised to maybe give them a good life, and at the end of the day, they see themselves in that condition and nobody to help them. But if they acquire that skill, they know what to do. If they sell one or two things, put it together, they've started that particular skill they've learned. And from there, they begin to help themselves. So we can go into communities, become mentors to all these people, raise them, become mentors to all these girls, raise them to be who God has created them to be, so that they don't get lost out in destiny tomorrow. And I think one of the major places we should really focus on is the north.
The northern part,
the northern part of Nigeria. When I mean thorough mentorship,
other regions are more exposed compared to the northern part.
The northern part of Nigeria, we really need to go into those places.
But then, would they be receptive?
Well,
that's another thing.
To some extent, they may, based on how the strategy, yes,
okay.
the approach. If you come to them, behave like them for some particular period of time.
Okay.
You'll be able to study them, know what they like, what they don't like. So you don't just go in there, because if you go in there, you will destroy yourself before coming out.
That's true.
So you monitor them, you see what you can use to get them to yourself.
You have a good strategy.
Yes, then you strike. By the time you strike, nobody can resist your power. So this mentorship, skill acquisition can help the girl child fly and can help them come out of this bondage called discrimination, trauma, depression, and even suicidal thoughts in them.
Okay, you talked about going into communities to, empower some of this girl child through skills acquisition. Now, I've seen a situation or a scenario whereby NGOs or individuals move into communities, start up this skills acquisition, and let's say after 1 or 2 months, the girl child couldn't, couldn't sustain that skill acquisition due to monetary issues. Now, my question is it just giving them this skills acquisition, or would there be a kind of a continuous support to see that this skills acquisition that is being acquired, these skills that is being acquired are being sustained till this individual can stand on her feet?
Okay, thank you for that question. Well, for you to be an advocate, you need to have in mind that you want to support that person till that person stands. Okay. That's one understanding we need to know. Not just the fact that, because a lot of people, they do things because of camera.
That's exactly where I'm driving at. Just empower the skills. Okay, you show the world that this is what my NGO is doing, and they stop there. And they don't even try to check back on these individuals they empower to get the feedback, to know how they're surviving.
They don't take them forward.
They do all of this because they want to acquire grants.
Okay.
From or maybe endorsement and all that from people, so that people can say these particular people they are working. And when they are done with that and they acquire that thing they want from people, they will use it for themselves instead of using it for another person. So I may just go to a community now without the mindset of even helping anybody, gather girls together and say I'm empowering them to learn how to do catering. I'll take pictures. When I take pictures, I put them on social media. People will celebrate me. Oh, you are doing an amazing job. You are doing. People more do things because of camera. More grace to your elbow. You are getting there. You are the good man. You are the good woman that we have been looking for. People are deceptive, so that's why we need real advocates for this. People who are passionate about what they do. You don't just do things because you feel you want to do it for people to see and celebrate you. So if you're an advocate or you're a mentor going to mentor all these girls on skill acquisition and all that, be ready to empower them for them to stand. So if you've even given them that skills, even if it's a little cash that can support them to just stand a little, so that they can support themselves from there. Be ready to do it as an individual who is advocating for this or who is a mentor to do all these things. Most times the government even releases money for stuff like this.
Of course.
But we the individuals who are advocates or who are the people in leadership hoard these things. And when we hoard it, we don't give it out to them. Just give out little. Yes, and take the pictures. Take back a larger amount. Take the pictures. I want to say something now, but because I'm on air, I'm not going to say it. It's going to implicate some particular bodies. I'm not going to do that. So we have to really be conscious of all these things. Stop doing things for the camera's sake. Stop doing these things because you want people to celebrate you. And I think that's because such person is not empathetic. Because if you've gotten to a level of empathy, there are things that you won't even do. Exactly. Okay, just like for the sake of purpose of endorsement or you being at the camera or publicity, you're trying to, make people know that yes, you are doing a particular thing. You are not showing empathy. That's true. You are not. You're doing it for your own selfish interests at the expense of people's situation or problems. True. That's not nice. So if you're an advocate, your level of empathy should be, I think, 100%.
Yes, 100%.
Because you need to have passion for what you're doing.
That is it.
You need to have passion for what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move away from that. Now let's talk about families and communities, especially family. How can families support the growth and empowerment of young girls? Let's start from the family, because I think everything in life starts from the family.
Yes, it starts from
education, religion, what have you, starts from the family. So how can the family support the growth and empowerment of a girl child in Nigeria?
Thank you very much for that question. Family. Like when we're in primary school, they used to tell us family is the basic unit of life. Family is the basic unit of life.
Till now.
Number one, as a father, as a mother, like I said before, do family planning for your life, for your family. It is very, very important. I'm not saying that because of anything, but it's very important. Because if a family now that has 5 girls, 6 girls, now they are planning on maybe they will just want to get a male child. They keep trying, and at the end of the day, they give birth to 12 girls. They can't take care of those family. So family themselves should see reasons that even if I give birth to a girl child and I don't have a male child, see that girl like you can train them. I was listening to the story of Pastor Ibukun Awoshika. She said her father was the one who raised her to be who she is today. I don't know if you know about her, the former First Bank, former chairman of First Bank. So she said that her father was the one who raised her to be that. The father made her believe that a woman can do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So even down to her grave, and when she died, she will still celebrate her father because her father supported her in becoming whatever she is that people hear about today. So you as a parent, you as a mother, as a father, family, it is very important. Give birth to the amount of children you know you can take care of. And even if they are all girls, so be it. Praise God and take care of them. You don't know who amongst them will liberate you, or will even make you proud tomorrow. So family, it is very, very important. And family, again, ensure that you give your children skills.
Skills
something in their hands.
Skills acquisition. Education is not enough. We know education builds value. We know education enables people to grow from one level to another. But it is not enough. Skill acquisition. If you give birth to a girl child first, why not take a girl child to start learning catering? What's there? Or you get the girl child a laptop or something like that, maybe when the child is 10, 9. Children of nowadays, they are very, very intelligent.
And they learn fast.
They learn very fast. You get someone who can teach the person how to do graphics and stuff. Before you know, the child is already there. Or you get a sewing machine or enroll the child into fashion design. There are a lot of skills you can enroll a girl child into. And tomorrow, you will never regret it.
That's true.
You will never, ever regret it. Someone like me, I'm somebody who, if I see this thing, I want to learn. If I see the other thing, I want to learn. So that tomorrow when I go there, I'll be like, do you have idea on this? Yes, now, I have idea on it. I have idea. Like, there was a time I wanted to start making a customized, like my brand. I wanted to start making soap because I know how to make soap. I know how to make detergents and stuff like that. So I wanted to do something customized for myself and all that. And I had other things I was doing, so I just told myself, Mary, just calm down, just wait. It's not your time. Do other things first. Now, when that time reach, you can actually put your hands and you can start doing stuff like that. You can expand to that level. So we parents, we should give our children. I say we parents. I'll soon be upcoming. Don't worry. Upcoming. Parents, families, please give your girl child skill, so that they can grow from one level to another. And again, teach them the word of God.
Okay.
Teach them the word of God. Teach them how to pray. Because there are some situations they can even find themselves that nobody can help them. The only person that can help them is God.
Yes, God. That's true. Okay.
The only person that can help them is God. So teach them all these things. Teach them about God. Give them skill. And please give birth to the number of children you know you can take care of. Don't give birth to excess children you cannot cater for.
Very important.
And even if they are all girls, please consider it as the will of God and ensure you take care of them as you take care of other or the other gender that you feel that is more important than the girl child to you. So ensure that you put all these things in place, and you will see your family growing from level to level and become the talk of the town in your community. Thank you very much. That's what I have to say about that.
Okay, still talking about skills acquisition in the family, the family empowering, you know, the girl child in terms of skills acquisition. Now, it's a situation I've come to learn that some families do something they call gender discrimination when it comes to skill acquisition.
Yeah,
you hear some families say tailoring or fashion designing is meant for the female child. It's not meant for the male child. Gender discrimination in skill acquisition. What do you have to say about that? We have
gender discrimination is very, very bad, and even as a family or a mom or a dad in a family, even if you have a child that you love so much amongst others, don't show it.
Okay.
Yes, don't show it. So that's one thing that causes discrimination. And talking about skill acquisition and when it has to do with gender based, my younger brother is a fashion designer.
Okay.
Is a male rather. Is into fashion and all that. Am I not the one who is supposed to go into fashion?
Okay.
But mine, what I deal with, I deal with digital skills and all that. You understand? So him as a male, he's supposed to be the one to be into digital skill, and not me being into the digital skill. But now that is not what we're talking about. So irrespective of the gender. Irrespective of the gender, you can become anything. You can learn any skills, even plumbing.
Yes.
Okay.
A woman can become a plumber,
electrician.
Electrician.
You hear, you know, it's for the men.
Yes, many people say it's for the men and whatever. When you go to school today, courses like computer engineering, computer science, you hardly see ladies.
Yeah.
That's true. They only give
you understand? You hardly see ladies. But do you know that's where you can even, as a woman, that's when you can even fly, because you'll be the only woman amongst them. And you even see your child that, this my child is flourishing amongst men. So please, it is very, very important we consider that skill acquisition is not gender-based.
Okay.
Yes, it's not gender-based. You see it as something that every other person can do. You see a lot of people going into photography, women going into photography.
Yeah, even male chefs.
Yes, even shoe. Down to the shoes we wear. Women do shoes. There's nothing. Okay. There's nothing. Even truck. True. Even truck that men drives. Have you not seen women who drive truck?
I've seen even these duty trucks.
Even this bike that men drives, you've seen women too who go into it. In fact, when you walk through the environs of Abuja, you see a lot of women doing Uber.
Yes. Yeah.
Driving is also a skill.
It is.
Driving is a skill. In this age, in this world, in this time we are now, you have to learn how to drive. It's a skill. So when you find yourself in situations like that, you can help yourself. So skill acquisition is not gender-based, and we should not discriminate it. Thank you very much.
Right. Beatrice, you have something to say?
Okay, so
round up.
yes, we've actually talked a lot about how the government, the NGOs can help. So, how can we work together to create a brighter future for females? And I know that you've mentioned support from the NGOs, from the government, even it starts from the family. But what about the aspect of self-discovery as a female? As a child, as a girl child yourself, what are the side of self-discovery? Do you know that you can do it? That self-confidence, that kind of. So I want you to just talk a little when we round up about self-discovery, because some females need to understand that they can do it. They need to understand that they are more than this. They shouldn't be pressured into things they don't want to do. They should be able to stretch, expand themselves. So the aspect of self-discovery, have a good career, future, and stuff like that.
All right. Self-discovery is very, very important. In fact, one thing that has brought me up to this particular point I am in currently is self-discovery. Yes, self-discovery. You need to, number one, as a girl child or someone who sees herself up there tomorrow, don't listen to criticism. Or don't listen to what anybody has to say about the girl child.
Okay.
Saying maybe the girl child will end up in the kitchen. The girl child is not meant to do this. Like discrimination and all that. Don't listen to it. See, there are things I want to apply for, and somebody will come tell me that as a woman, you're not supposed to apply for that, and they may not pick you.
Yeah, I've encountered that so many times.
Yes. They won't pick you. I will tell the person, just wait. And when I go for that thing, you will see that I end up being the one who was picked for that particular thing. Okay. So self-discovery is something you have to know. Like you've said, you have to build confidence.
Yeah.
Build that confidence for yourself. Just like your name is Confidence.
Yeah, and I'm here.
Thank you. Yeah. So you have to build that confidence for yourself that, yes, irrespective of anything around me, I can make it.
Okay.
Get sheet of papers. You can even encourage them. You watching me right now, if you want to advocate for this girl child, go and meet them. Tell them to get sheet of papers. Write what they want to see about your life. There's power in the tongue. There's power of life and death in the tongue. That was why I mentioned God when we're saying all these things. Because the more you confess whatever you want for yourself, the more you see it. So tell yourself you are proud of yourself. Tell yourself, I will not listen to any negative speaking around me. I will not listen to any negative things anybody says about my gender. Okay. I would be the best, and I will become proud of myself. I will make my family proud. I will make my community proud. And at the end of the day, I will make myself proud. So purpose is one thing also we have to teach them. So you teach them what purpose is. When they come to understand what that purpose is, they'll come into fulfillment of who they are, and that self-discovery begins to open up.
All right. Thank you so much, Mary. It was really nice having you on the show. I feel like let the show just continue, but then
exactly.
Our time is up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, viewers, this is where we draw the curtain on today's episode on The Agenda Show. I hope you had a swell time. Now I leave you with this in our guest voice. Whatever challenges you're facing as a Nigerian girl child, you can surpass by creating value. Those challenges shouldn't be a limit to you achieving or maximizing your potential as a Nigerian girl child. Till we come your way again, I am Confidence Reuben.
All right, viewers. See you next time. I'm Beatrice Okunbaloye. Goodbye.